Hello everyone, welcome to another video where today I shall be ranking every movie, well not every movie, almost every movie I could get my hands on. Actually scratch that, I could get hands on probably more movies, but I watched 6 movies in the last 2 days. So I don't want to watch anymore, I'll be honest, I just want to get this over with and give it to you. Daddy gives you some content. Bo Burnham reference. I hope you do enjoy. And if you disagree with me, don't insult me in the comments. Consult my opinions. But make it movie related, alright? Don't insult me. If you disagree, just tell me. I do enjoy constructive criticism. Let's get into it. So we're going to start with the first movie I saw this year. That is Antman and the Wasp: Quantumania. Now, it wasn't a good movie. Let's just say that. It wasn't a good movie. It wasn't a bad movie. It was just painfully average. And MODOK was a massive disappointment. I expected better from Marvel, considering that Antman and Antman and the Wasp are both pretty good movies, I must say, but this is just the worst out of the trilogy. I'm still gonna give it C tier. Now, next up on our list is Oppenheimer. Now, I already knew that Christopher Nolan is an awesome director. I've seen the Dark Knight trilogy, and I've heard good things about Inception. So my hopes were high for this movie, I'll be honest, and also Cillian Murphy, obviously. And they delivered, okay? This was one of the best documentaries I've ever seen, and it is definitely deserving of the first S tier of the video. So, while we're on the topic of documentaries and big expectations, we have Napoleon. I'll be honest, I didn't finish Napoleon. I couldn't finish Napoleon because it was a boring drag. Alright? I watched halfway through the movie and I was like, I can't watch any more of this. It was so incredibly boring. And I was just so disappointed because I was so excited for this movie. And Joaquin Phoenix is an awesome actor. So like, yo, this is going to be so epic. But it wasn't. It was horrible. It was painful. The director wanted to make Napoleon look like a pathetic little man, which he was, but I feel like he skipped too much details on his military victories. Because, yes, he was kind of not really good with the ladies. He was an excellent politician and military conqueror, and I feel like that's been omitted in this movie. And it's just trying to portray Napoleon as just a pathetic piece of crap, and it's not honoring him at all, or his victories, or his political decisions. I don't think Napoleon is a good person. I'm just saying that he should be seen in a better light than this god-awful, wretched movie. E tier. We might as well finish the third historical movie on our list, and that is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Now, is it the worst Indiana Jones ever? No, that title goes to the fourth one. But, is it as good as the original trilogy? Also, no. It was good. I feel like Indiana Jones is past his peak now, and I feel like there are better franchises that are willing, more than capable of replacing it at this point. I feel like this was almost a soulless cash grab. Well, it was still a decent movie, so I am going to give it B tier. While we're on the topic of spin-offs of classics, we have Wonka. Now, Wonka was a great movie. I feel like it captured the silliness and goofiness of Wonka, and I think it was a great prequel. It isn't, however, I don't think the Chalamet was as good as the Willy Wonka's Depp, but he was good, and I like the movie, and I like the message. So I'm going to give it a tier. Guardians Volume 3. It was a good movie. It could have been better. It's definitely not as good as Guardians Volume 1 or 2. But it was a good movie, and it was the best Marvel movie. Well, not the best Marvel movie, we'll talk about that. It was the best Marvel movie made by Disney and produced by Disney. So I'm going to give it a B tier. Yes. Alright, we might as well finish the rest of the Marvel movies. So, The Marvels. It wasn't a good movie. It was painfully average, and I just didn't like it. There were some funny moments, but not really. It just felt like a movie you'd get at $1 for $1 at your local Walmart or something. It wasn't good. It didn't have that Marvel quality to it. It just was painfully average. And also, and I'm putting it in D tier. The only reason I'm not putting it at E tier is because it introduced the X-Men to the MCU. That's the only reason it's not with Napoleon and E tier. Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, I must admit, I'm not a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. I've never played the game, and I'm not really a fan of horror games in general. So I was like, I'll watch it because yes, it is a movie that came out in 2023. So I'll watch it. I'll rate it. I thought it was good to be a C tier. But man, did it surprise me. I knew the basic amount of lore, because reasons, and so I didn't really expect to get the movie, but I still got it, and I think it was really good. It could have been scary. To be fair, it could have been scarier, but there's not really much you can do within a PG-13 scene, and it was more gore in Napoleon than Five Nights at Freddy's because Napoleon showed Marie Antoinette's chopped head in the very first scene. That's kind of a bummer, but I think that the acting was amazing. Josh Hutcherson and the others were amazing. I feel like the story was very well crafted, and I feel like it could have been better. Again, I'm not really a FNAF fan, so if you're disappointed that there's not enough references to FNAF, I'm sorry, but I am putting it at S tier. It was really good, one of the best movies I have seen this year. When we're talking about video games, we might as well talk about Super Mario Bros. The movie. It was good. There was a surprising amount of popular songs in it, like I know Sleep Till Brooklyn, or Take On Me, or Thunderstruck by AC/DC. There's a lot of popular pop songs in it. It kind of surprised me. But, there's a big budget for an elimination. I quite enjoyed it. It was goofy, but it was a good type of goofy. And I felt like with all of the crowding and Chris Pratt being Mario, I thought, this is not going to be a great movie. It was a good movie. Jack Black was amazing as Bouncer, by the way. Not Bouncer, Bowser. And I feel like it was a really good movie, and I think it deserved its title for the best selling video game adaptation of a movie adaptation. Until FNAF took it, which also deserved. But I am going to put it at A tier. Next up, we have The Hunger Games: Ballad of Songbirds next. It was real. First of all, I read the book before I watched the movie. When I got the book when it came out somewhere in 2022, I think. But it was really interesting to see Snow's backstory and how he became so bloodlust. That doesn't sentence good. But it was a really interesting prequel, and so far as prequels, so far as Hunger Games are concerned, it's not the best one. The best one is the first one, obviously. But it's also not the worst one, I'd say. And also, I think it was a good adaptation of the book. So what I am going to do is I'm going to give it A tier, because I think it deserves A tier. Now, I know it does say best movie of 2023, and I know that best is usually reserved for only one thing. But I think I just couldn't put one above the other. So what I am going to do is put both Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Barbie for best movies of 2023. Now, first of all, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse was a great movie. It did help that I was that I'm a comic book nerd, and that I do enjoy Spider-Man. But there was really good animation, just really good, the best I've seen in a while. And it was really good fight scenes, really good voice acting, good dialogue, good storytelling. Just everything was very, very good. And I am super excited to see the third one coming out in May 2024, I think. I'm pretty sure it's coming out in May. Well, Barbie, I didn't really expect for Barbie to take Best Movie of 2023. I've heard that it was really good. If you listen to Ben Shapiro, it's the worst fucking movie on earth. But, I thought it was really good. It was really goofy, but in the good way. It was really funny, and it could be also serious at times, which I do appreciate in media, in movies. And I think that both Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie were very excellently casted. I already knew Margot Robbie from Suicide Squad, which played Harley Quinn. Best Harley Quinn ever, by the way. They did not really know Ryan Gosling until this. I know. But I feel like both of them played their roles very well. And it was so goofy. I laughed at it throughout the entire time. And it also was serious at points. Well, I didn't laugh at those points, obviously. But I think that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Barbie both deserve this movie of 2023. If you don't agree, if you only think that one movie should belong on that spot, sue me, I guess. I don't know what to do. Anyways, I hope you did enjoy today's video. And if I missed any movies, let me know in the comments. I won't get to it immediately, because I just saw like 6 movies in as bad as 2 days. I'm kind of sick of watching movies at this point. But I will get to it eventually. Until January 31st for sure. If you want, there will be a link in the description where you could make your own tier list, because, you know, we don't have the same opinions, so you can disagree. You can put Napoleon in first place. I don't know. I don't know what you think. I'm not in socks, so I hope, and I will see you guys next year, I guess. I don't know what I'll do next year. I'll try to make more content next year, because the content I'm making now is lackluster. I stream only, and I upload recipes like once every 6 months. So I'm not making any content on YouTube, so I shouldn't be making more content. But I'm not, so maybe in the new year, maybe that'll change. Probably not. I don't do that as a resolution, because I'll probably break it. Because making content is pretty fucking difficult sometimes. But I thought I'd decide to do this. And I hope you enjoyed it. See you guys later. Bye-bye.